Hello and welcome to German Lessons with Mr. Ferguson. Hallo und herzlich willkommen zum Deutschunterricht mit Herrn Ferguson. Diese Stunde, this lesson, heißt, wie man Temporaladverbien benutzt. How to use temporal adverbs. Before wir anfangen, please remember to like this video, bitte klickt Gefällt mir, and to subscribe to my channel, so that I can keep helping you with your German. Bitte vergesst nicht zu abonnieren. If you're enjoying my videos, please consider buying me a coffee by clicking the banner now. All contributions are gratefully received and allow me to continue to bring you new and exciting German content whilst keeping it free to access on YouTube. Thank you to those of you who have already contributed. It's very much appreciated. Vielen Dank. In this lesson, we will be exploring adverbs, including those called temporal adverbs. Essentially, these are time words and phrases. They describe the frequency with which certain actions are done, hence can also be called adverbs of frequency. To begin with, let's look at what an adverb is. An adverb is a word which modifies other words, but most commonly they modify verbs by showing how the action happens. In English, they tend to end in "ly", such as quickly, slowly, excitedly, etc. In German, it's important to know that adjectives without endings and adverbs are identical. That means to translate the adverbs here, we simply translate quick, schnell, slow, langsam, and excited, aufgeregt. It's worth mentioning here that in English, to say we're good at something, we say we do it well. But in German, that's simply translated as gut, such as in the phrase es geht mir gut. Literally, it's going well for me, or I am well. Similarly, we can use comparative and superlative adjectives to act as adverbs. So, ich laufe schneller als du would mean I run more quickly than you. And Usain Bolt läuft am schnellsten means Usain Bolt runs the fastest. If you need a recap of how to form a comparative or superlative adjective, you can watch that video by clicking the banner now. If you haven't yet watched my word order video, particularly the section around the verb tending to be the second idea in a German sentence, it's a good idea to watch that by clicking this banner now, before continuing to the next section of this video. As German verbs tend to be the second idea in the sentence, it means we can't translate literally when it comes to adverbs in English. An example that I use with my classes is with the adverb auch, which means also or to, as in as well. In English, we can say, I also have a brother, or I have a brother too. But in German, because have has to be the second idea, it has to translate literally as I have also a brother. Ich habe auch einen Bruder. A similar example was used in my Expressing Opinions in German video, which you can catch up on by clicking this banner now. In that video, I introduced the adverb gern, which is used to show enjoyment of a verb. I therefore like to translate it as gladly. To translate we like playing tennis, we have to translate we play gladly tennis for the reasons outlined above. Wir spielen gern Tennis. It's also a good idea to familiarize yourself with other adverbs of enjoyment while you're here. Lieber, preferably. Ich esse lieber Käse. I eat preferably cheese, or I prefer eating cheese. Am liebsten, most preferably. Wir fahren am liebsten Rad. We cycle most preferably, or we like cycling the most. Nicht gern, not gladly. Sie liest nicht gern. She reads not gladly, or she doesn't like reading. Gar nicht gern, not gladly at all, or überhaupt nicht gern, absolutely not gladly. Sie arbeitet gar nicht gern. She works not gladly at all, or she really doesn't like working. So, now we know how to use adverbs of enjoyment, we can see how to use adverbs and adverbial phrases of frequency. These will show how often we do certain things. Firstly, let's look at some of the easier adverbs of frequency with direct English translations. Immer, always. Oft, often. Manchmal, sometimes. Ab und zu, now and again. Selten, rarely. Nie, never. Regelmäßig, regularly. As we do in English, we can combine these with intensifiers like sehr, very, and wirklich, really. For example, wir gehen sehr oft in die Stadt. We go to town very often. There are other adverbs which explain when things happen, such as normalerweise, normally, ständig, constantly, täglich, daily, monatlich, monthly, jährlich, yearly, häufig, frequently, morgens oder vormittags, in the mornings, nachmittags, in the afternoons, abends, in the evenings, nachts, at night, heute, today, gestern, yesterday, vorgestern, the day before yesterday, morgen, tomorrow, and übermorgen, the day after tomorrow. If you know how to tell the time in German, you can use a time as an adverb. If you aren't sure how to do this, check out my Telling the Time in German video by clicking the banner now. An example is, Ich tanze 8 Uhr Ballett. I dance ballet at 8 o'clock. You can also combine times with morgens, vormittags, nachmittags, abends, and nachts to give more details about the time. For example, 7 Uhr abends, at 7 o'clock in the evening. Some other temporal phrases, which are always in the accusative case, are made up of the adjectives dies, meaning this, jed, meaning every, letzt, meaning last, and next, meaning next, combined with an adjective ending, and the following nouns. Der Tag, day. All days of the week are masculine. For example, der Samstag, Saturday. Der Monat, month. Again, all months are masculine, such as der Januar, January. Der Frühling, spring. Der Sommer, summer. Der Herbst, autumn. Der Winter, winter. Die Woche, week. Das Wochenende, weekend. And das Jahr, year. When used with a masculine noun, the adjective ending is en, such as letzten Sommer, last summer. Diesen Montag, this Monday. Nächsten Monat, next month. When used with a feminine noun, the adjective is such as letzte Woche, last week, and diese Woche, this week. And when used with a neuter noun, the adjective ending is es, such as nächstes Wochenende, next weekend, or dieses Jahr, this year. Finally, it's worth pointing out that you can use an with the dative case, which will be shortened to am, to say on or in when used with masculine or neuter nouns, as below. Am Montag, on Monday. Am 13. Juni, on the 13th of June. Am Morgen, in the morning. Am Nachmittag, in the afternoon. Am Abend, in the evening. The final phrase worth mentioning is in der Nacht, which is another way of saying at night. So, let's look at some examples of these temporal adverbs in action. Ich trinke immer Bier, aber selten Wein. I always drink beer, but rarely wine. Mein Vater geht regelmäßig ins Fitnessstudio. My dad regularly goes to the gym. Gehst du am Nachmittag joggen? Do you, in an informal singular sense, go jogging in the afternoon? Ich habe heute Golf gespielt. I played golf today. It is also worth knowing that temporal adverbs can be used to start a sentence, and where we would use a comma after the time phrase in English, in German we use inversion. For example, in summer we fly to Greece. Im Sommer fliegen wir nach Griechenland. Last week I ate a hamburger. Letzte Woche habe ich einen Hamburger gegessen. And so, that is how to use temporal adverbs. Try to remember to override your English brain and keep the adverb as the third idea after the verb. Learning to think of English words in German word order should help you to do this. I thought also like this when I German learned. Please remember you can support my work by buying me a coffee at ko-fi.com/Herr Ferguson. It's a good idea to pause the video now to recap and learn the temporal adverbs included in this video. Habe ich etwas vergessen? If you're a native German speaker and think I've forgotten anything with regards to temporal adverbs, or know of any others that I haven't mentioned, please let me know in the comments. Bitte schreibt einen Kommentar. Also, please remember to click subscribe to receive all of my German lesson videos, language learning tips, and updates. You can also follow me on Instagram with the username Herr Ferguson and on Twitter under @Herr Ferguson. Otherwise, from me, it's Danke und auf Wiedersehen.